but more importantly, the Chiefs now dropping to 8-4 are kind of they lost control really completely of the number 1 seed. They were tied with the Ravens before this week, and now the Ravens are or the Dolphins are number 1 seed. The Ravens are tied for number 1 seed, and the Chiefs aren't even they're 1 game back from number 1 seed. So the Chiefs, this loss was huge for them. And let's get into it. Kind of what made them lose this game. Well, first, let's go to the Packers side of things, because I think this was very impressive on what the Packers did. Packers started off early in this game. They targeted tight end Kraft, their tight end Kraft, a lot in the first 1 or 2 drives. He had 3 catches right away, 37 yards. So that got them going early. The big thing was that, this game, the Chiefs' D-line wasn't getting home, and so it allowed the Packers to kind of do a lot of slow-moving play-action passes, and so basically, it allowed Jordan Love to just step back in the pocket and make dimes over the middle to his receivers, and they were able to run play action, and they were just able to be really creative because the Chiefs' defensive line, a lot of times this game was just not there, was not present. And it allowed him to really read the field, Jordan Love. And Jordan Love had an incredible day today. Really improved, you know, was avoiding pressure perfectly. Even when the Chiefs sent blitzes at Jordan Love or got pressure on Jordan Love, he was unfazed. Jordan Love was unfazed completely by it. This man was stepping up in the pocket when pressure would come his way. A perfect play that really caught my eye, and this is a perfect example of how good Jordan Love was when second quarter, I believe there was 10 minutes 44 left in the second quarter. He stepped up, evaded pressure, and threw a great throw to Watson, their receiver, for a touchdown. And so go back and look at that highlight, but plays like that are what define Jordan Love in this game, and really he's improving, and it's really plays like that are showing us why he's starting to come into his own. He's starting to come into his own form. So Jordan Love played really good in this game, and I could see the improvement of. I have it pulled up here, the PFF improvement of how good how good Jordan Love's grades have improved throughout the year. Let me just pull it up here. Yeah, so let's just quickly look at his PFF grades and kind of what they are now to where they were at the beginning of the season. So week 1 against the Bears, 62.5, 65.9 against the Atlanta Falcons, 63.9 against the Saints. Had a really bad game week 5 against the Raiders, 53 PFF grade. But now the last 5 games, his grades have been 91.8 against the Chiefs, 86.6 against the Lions, 65.5 against the Chargers, against the Steelers, 74.1, against the Rams, 83.2. So the last 5 games, he has really started to come into his own, and that's really what the Packers need him to do, because their offense looked very stagnant when he wasn't playing well. So Jordan Love really coming into his own. Let's flip over to the Chiefs side of things, how Patrick Mahomes played and what really is the underlying problem for them. Patrick Mahomes, the big thing with him, doesn't have a ton of wide receivers, and it showed. And I've been saying this for so long, his only good wide receiver is Travis Kelce, but it's easy to double team him. Now, Rashee Rice is kind of coming into his own. He had actually quite a good game with 8 catches, but he's not like that dominant receiver. See, when the Chiefs offense was so good in the previous years, when they had Tyreek Hill, who is a dominant wide receiver, even last year, they had Juju Smith-Schuster, who's not a bad starting wide receiver. He's average. They had they had Kadarius Toney, who was on a different level. But now it's like Kadarius Toney has taken a major step back. Um, you know, they lost Juju Smith-Schuster. Obviously, they lost a few years ago, Tyreek Hill, but they don't have another elite wide receiver. Rashee Rice is getting there, but he's just not that kind of guy. And that's an underlying issue that I don't think the Chiefs are going to be able to fix this year. And that's why I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl, because ultimately, at the end of the day, the Chiefs, when they are going to be on this Super Bowl run, you can't have points in the game where your offense is really stagnant. And without proper wide receivers that Patrick Mahomes can throw to, there are going to be points in the game where his wide receivers are going to be stagnant. And the offense is going to be very stagnant for the Chiefs, and they're going to be able to do nothing about it. And I just don't think that problem goes away unless they get a new receiver. But the trade deadline has already passed, so they can't get a new receiver. So that's an underlying problem that they're not going to be able to fix. And I think it's really going to hurt them looking forward